Hello YouTube, and so this is a video on how you can actually grow lavender from seed for free. What? So we are going to start with your actual seed. So this is the bloom that you find on at the end of the summer on any lavender bush is going to have these little seed heads on it. These are the ones that smell good. These are the ones that we harvest, but inside them is the little black seeds. Let's see if we can find any in the bottom of my hand here. So I'm putting that back in, and we're gonna find these little tiny black seed heads. So I kept one out here so you can see it. It's in its little sheath there, and you see the little black seed? Whoop, little black seed. So we're gonna take those and we're gonna turn them into plants, and you're gonna be like, it's so easy. So the first bushes that I grew on my property, these ones right here, were actually I picked a seed head off of a fully mature huge bush that was in a hedge of huge bushes in front of a fast food chain. And I didn't take a whole bunch. I took one bloom, and I actually took it to enjoy the smell of the lavender in my car on the rest of our car ride home. And then it had the ripe seeds in it, so mature seeds in it. So I just collected those seeds and I planted, and it's taken some time. So if you start a lavender bush from seed, it grows pretty slow. It's like the first year it's only like this big, and then it's taller. And I can show you a first year 1-year-old one. 1-year-old one is right here. And then a 2-year-old one is right here, and they look kind of scrawny. You want to just keep trimming them back, and then by about 3 years in, they look like these. So that's about what you do. So, so what I want to do today is actually start them, and I want to show you that I did with these free seeds. I have done. The germination is harder to do with lavender seeds than most seedlings. So you want to overplant one pot and then wait and see. So this pot actually only has two. It has this one right here, and then there's actually a little guy. Where are you at? It's hard to see him. He's a little guy right there, and he's still coming along. And that's several weeks worth of growth. This one I had planted the full top load, and I have 3 that have made it through. Now, out of all of the seeds that I planted, there was even a couple more that came up and then they died out. So when you plant them, you want to, in one container, you want to put quite a few seeds. And then you want to have your soil moist before you put the seed in. So let's get started. Let me show you the one. I'm going to plant another one of these full. I might even add some more seed to this one, so it's not just one plant. And you're like, what? It's in the middle of winter. It's December here in zone 8. And why is she doing this and putting it under grow lights in her house? Well, they take time to get established, but they can tolerate the cold. So once these guys are established, then I can put them out in my greenhouse even in the winter, and they'll make it through until spring, and they'll just have a little jump on that growing season. Have you ever wondered how in the spring when you go to your box store or any place and you're getting petunias and snapdragons and different things like that, and marigolds, they're already growing. Well, they started them inside somewhere and they got to jump on it. So obviously these need full light, and they prefer lighter water amounts. So there's that. And I will use this one to plant some seeds. All right, so now we are ready to plant the seeds. I did do a video on how to start lavender from a clipping or a cutting and using root tone. If you want to watch that video, it's in my feed. Thanks for subscribing and all that good stuff. But I collected out of my bottle, I reached in and grabbed my seed heads and separated out a handful of seeds. Like I said, do a few more. I do think that you can stratify your seeds. That stratification is the process where you cool them, where you put them in your freezer for a couple of weeks, 6-8 weeks, and then pull them out. I don't, and I think that might be part of the reason why my germination rate is a little bit lower, but I would rather have the seeds spend the weeks trying to grow rather than sitting in my freezer. And most of the time, I forget about them when I put them in there. And I find them later on and I remember, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. So here is how many seeds I am actually gonna put in one pot. And I'm gonna go ahead and let all those guys have a crack at it. And I'm hoping for like 6 plants to take on of that, So I've watered my soil, a regular old potting soil, the seed starter mix. I've watered it ahead of time, so it's already pre-moistened. Lavender doesn't need a ton of moisture. They don't want to be drowned, but at the same time, they don't want to dry out. And then I just take the seeds, put them in my hand, make it easier. And then I just sprinkle them around the top, and then I press them into the soil. I don't put soil over the top, and I just try to spread them out so they can kind of work like that. And then I push my finger down like this, just get them a little contact with the soil. And then we begin the process of waiting. And lavender is a slow growing plant. But if you can get a whole hedge for less than you would pay for one at the store in regards to buying the root hormone for a cutting, or you can get your seeds for free and then just wait for it under the grow light and then in your greenhouse. Pretty good advantage there. So thanks for watching my YouTube. The next thing you want to make sure you do is mark it, because you will not remember what these things are, because they do take extra long time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy gardening!